breathe. Soften through your eyes and your jaw and your shoulders. Okay, and then bring your hands to a prayer position just right in front of your heart and set your intention for your practice. So just remember, this is your goal, and just be really mindful about what you want to achieve today. So if you just want to learn something new, if you want to be safe, let that be your intention. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're just going to open the eyes. I want you to make sure that your head stays over your heart and your heart stays over your pelvis. So if you feel that you're kind of arching through your back, remember to tuck your toe under. When you feel tension here, that means that you're supporting your spine from the front and the back. If it feels loose and just in the back, you need to tuck the tail under a little bit and use your core, okay? So inhale the arms up, okay? This is called Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale the arms down by your sides. Inhale all the way back up again, okay? And then you're gonna bend your knees and sit down in chair. So exhale and sit, okay? Palms facing each other, and then relax the shoulders, okay? Stay right here for me, and then I want you to notice, did you arch? If you did, turn your tail under and keep your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. You should feel it in the heels, okay? And then you can activate your glutes a little bit too, okay? So just tighten it to the backside a little. Good. Okay, now bring your hands back to heart center. Okay, we're gonna straighten the legs, and then I want you to come over halfway with the flat back. Okay, so this is called Ardha Uttanasana. So you wanna learn to trust your body in this posture. So I want your head to be, or your gaze rather, to be down to the floor. There's no wrinkles in the back of the neck. You're feeling a stretch at the back side of the body. Okay, and I want you just to shift back gently onto your heels and lift your toes. When you do, you're gonna engage your knees and lift up through the quads. Beautiful. Okay, now drop the toes, then just gently shift your weight towards the mound of your big and little toe. Okay, and you'll feel a stretch at the back of the calves. Okay, into the back of the knees, the popliteal and the hamstrings. Good. Okay, now we're just gonna gently bend the knees, okay, and let your hands come down to the floor. Put your belly right on top of your thighs if you can, so really bend the knees. Beautiful. Good. All right, now start to straighten the legs as best you can. The crown of your head is going to reach towards the floor, and you're going to look towards your legs. Okay, this is called Uttanasana, or forward fold. Okay, now from here, I want you to place your hands on the floor and just step back into a down dog. Okay, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So this pose is really about putting some space between your hands and your feet. Okay, pressing your heels towards the floor. They may or may not touch, but eventually they're going to. You're going to reach your hips up towards the ceiling, and I want you to imagine that you're splitting your mat in two, pushing your hands forward and your feet back. Okay, now bend your right knee and just take a little stretch in the left leg. Okay, and then switch to the other leg. Good, switch again. Good, and then one more time.
Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah, so good for the back of the body. All right, press both heels down towards the floor just a little. Okay, and now look forward, and I want you just to shift down into a tabletop on your hands and knees. So draw your hands back so the wrists are right underneath the shoulders. So you always want to stack your joints so that you're nice and stable. Okay, and then open the knees just a little bit so you're about hip width apart, and you want the top of the feet resting on the floor. Okay, so this is really good for the lower back. So we're just gonna drop the belly and look up. This is cat and cow. Okay, this one's cow. And then you're gonna exhale, round, chin to chest, spine to ceiling. Good. Inhale, look up, drop your belly. Good. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Good. And then again, inhale and arch, look up. Beautiful. And then exhale and round, chin to chest. Beautiful. And then come back to just a neutral spine. Okay, so from here, keep your arms nice and stable, but just push your hips to the left. Okay, that's gonna get right into the glutes and the piriformis. Remember, if you have a little bit of piriformis syndrome, you're gonna feel a little bit like sciatic nerve pain, but it's only gonna go to the knee. Sciatic pain is gonna go all the way to the heel. Okay, now go straight across to the other side to the right. Okay, so getting right into the ball and socket joint, right in the right hip. Good, and then come back to neutral. Okay, so we're just gonna add a little bit of movement to that same kind of posture. So you're gonna lean to the left and push the hip out. Okay, now sit back over the heels and you're gonna swing over to the right, lift up and push right. Okay, and then swing over the heels, push left and lift. Good, one more time, swing over and to the right, and then last time, swing all the way over and to the left. Good, all right, now come back to a neutral spine. Open your knees up pretty wide. Draw your toes together. Sit back on your heels, okay? And then stretch the arms out for a wide child's pose. So we just wanna take a full extension through the arms. The forehead or the chin is reaching towards the floor, really trying to lower the chest down. Now, if this gets to be a problem at all, you can take your block and put your block underneath the head if it feels like you're straining a little bit. So if you feel like you're up too high, Craig, you can just go here with that and you can kind of rest the head. Perfect. Okay, so this is a great stretch again, not only for the lower back, but getting into the hips. We're lengthening through the hamstrings, the glutes. We're getting a nice stretch through the deltoid. Good, one more breath. Beautiful, okay, so now you're gonna look up, okay, move your block out of the way for just a second, okay, and then we're gonna lift our torsos, open the feet and the legs, and then just slowly lower down. Beautiful. Okay, just come all the way to your belly. Perfect. Okay, hands are right by your chest, the fingers are facing forward. Okay, I want you to lift your torso and head up just using your back. So lift up, you should be able to lift your hands. Good, okay? As you exhale, nose is gonna come back down towards the floor. Okay, inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Good, inhale and lift, just using the back. Let your legs and glutes be really soft, and then exhale and lower. Beautiful. Okay, now I want you to bring your hands up. Okay, the left hand's gonna go on the bottom, the right hand's gonna go on top. Okay, you're gonna glue your forehead to the top of the right hand. Okay, and then from here, we're just gonna lift both legs up, spread out through your toes, engage your glutes, but keep the legs straight. Good, you wanna use your glutes to lift. Perfect.
Can't do that very well.
That's okay. So we're just strengthening the back muscles. So if it's hard for you, just notice where it is that you're feeling it and where the strain is, and that's just your body trying to tell you where you need to strengthen.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and release and come down. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing but with our upper body. So now we're gonna keep the hands glued together and the forehead glued to the hands, and you're gonna lift up just through the torso, and the legs are gonna stay on the floor. Okay, nice deep breaths. Okay, this is strengthening our lumbar spine all around the muscles of the lower back. Okay, your QL, which is on either side of the lumbar spine. Okay, and then come all the way back down. Okay, take a breath. Okay, now we're gonna try to lift both. Okay, so lift head and torso up, and then lift the legs. Okay, so you're gonna squeeze at the glutes to lift the legs. Spread through your toes, so you use your glute muscles and not your back. We're kind of bypassing lumbar spine, and we're using glutes and thoracic spine. Okay, continue to breathe. Give me one more deep breath. Good, and then lower down on the exhale. Beautiful. All right, lift up through the head. Take your hands back by your chest, fingers facing forward, and all we're gonna do is push back into our child's pose again, but I want you to really tuck your tail under and engage your core as you push back so you don't strain your back. Okay, so push up with the hands, bring the toes together, round your back as you slowly lower back down to the floor and reach out with your arms. Good, nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Good. Okay, now shift back into your tabletop. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders and bring the knees all the way back in under the hips. Okay, so kind of the same posture that we just did on the floor, but from hands and knees. So we're gonna bring the right arm up by the ear with palm facing down, and the right arm is as close to your right ear as you can get it. And then extend your left leg back. Okay, so if you struggle a little bit with balance, push through the top of your right foot. I want you to tuck your tail under, engage your core. You want to pull the belly button up towards the spine. Beautiful. Good, now come down. All right, take a full breath in and out through the nose. Okay, on your next inhale, lift the left arm up and the right leg back. Same thing, we want to really lift the arm by the ear, extend out through the right leg, spread through the toes, reach out with the fingers. Make sure that you're engaging your core so that you're nice and stable through the back. Beautiful. Come all the way back down. Nice. Okay, so walk the hands forward just a little bit. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips back up into down dog. Beautiful. Okay, walk your dog again a little bit. So bend the right knee, push the left heel down. And then switch. Good, switch, and switch. Good, press down through both heels. Okay, look forward towards the hands, walk up to the hands. Okay, and then we're just gonna hang right here in ragdoll. So you're gonna straighten your legs, take your hands to your elbows, just take your time, okay?
No, we're not.
And then hang down. All right, so nice deep breath. So really just let the arms hang and let the crown of the head hang towards the floor too. We want to line up our torso with the femur, which is the big bone in the leg, obviously. And we want to just let gravity kind of get us into a nice deep stretch and let the head be nice and relaxed and the neck be relaxed. Good, now drop your hands towards the floor, bend your knees, and then you're gonna reverse swan the arms all the way up to standing and take a little arch back. Good, hands come down to heart center. Okay, and just take a nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Good, okay, so just close your eyes for a second and check in with your body. Notice if you're holding tension through the eyes or the jaw or the shoulders. Could you relax a little bit through the eyes? Could you leave a little space between the teeth, and could you just soften through the top of the shoulders? Good. Okay, go ahead and open the eyes back up, and then take your left hand down by your side and your right arm all the way up by your ear. Okay, take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're gonna slide down the left leg and keep the right arm by your right ear, coming into just a little side lateral, opening up through the sideways from the crest all the way to the armpit. Good, now come all the way back up. Deep breath in. Good, exhale, slide down. Good, inhale up. And then exhale, slide down again. Good, all right, inhale back up and then just switch arms. Okay, so just reset yourself a little bit, check back in with yourself. Notice your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders. Relax everything. Okay, deep breath in. Exhale, slide down the right leg. Left arm stays right by the ear so that we feel the stretch right through the side waist and the side ribs. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up. And now bring the right arm to meet the left. Take your chin parallel to the floor, take a deep breath in, relax the shoulders, and on your exhale, bend your knees again and come right back into chair pose, Utkatasana. All right, so check back in with yourself. If you're arched through the back, tuck the tail under, relax the shoulders, okay? Let the action be through the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads. Good, now dive all the way down, forward fold Uttanasana. Fingertips to the floor as you look up. Okay, place your hands back on the floor in front of you and walk your feet back into your down dog. Beautiful. All right, drop down to the knees. Okay, and then you're just gonna either cross at your ankles or swing your legs around and just find your way onto your backside. Yeah, just take your time, however you need to get there. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can, I might have to kind of angle towards the camera so that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Is that okay? Okay, so just from here, do you feel okay seated like this? Do you feel like you need to raise your seat up a little bit? Could you do it better from the bolster? Okay, take a seat on the bolster then. Okay, and I'm gonna grab one so that you guys will remember to do that. And you guys, if you want me to order you any of these props, I can just order them and get them wholesale, but these are just nice props to have, just in case. Okay, so typically if you're really tight through your glutes and your hamstrings, when you sit Indian style, if you're tight, your knees are gonna be up like this, okay? So the higher you lift your hips, the lower the knees drop, the more it helps you sit. Yeah, so much better. Okay, so let me angle just a little. All right, so you feel warm? Feel pretty good? Okay, so the best place to be. So now we're just gonna kind of methodically open and stretch through the entire body now that everything is warm. Okay, so just let your hands just kind of rest either on the bolster or on your knees. Sit up nice and tall, and again, check back in with your body. I want your eyes to close down, your chin's parallel to the floor, and the shoulders are relaxed. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. Good, now drop your chin down to your chest. Okay, and then inhale, left ear over left shoulder. You're just gonna bring the head all the way over and stretch through the side of the neck. And then exhale, go all the way over to the other side. Okay, and then we're just gonna follow our breath. Inhaling to the left. And then exhaling to the right. Okay, one more time. Inhaling to the left. And exhaling to the right. Good. Okay, now draw your chin all the way back down to your chest. And then inhale and bring the chin up parallel to the floor. Okay, so be really relaxed through the shoulder and keep the torso straight ahead. We're just gonna manipulate the neck. As you inhale, I want you to look all the way over your left shoulder. Really try to turn as much as you can. Good, you'll feel it through your SCM. Okay, and then exhale all the way over to the other side. Good, and then come all the way back to center. Okay, and this time we're just gonna drop the neck to the left. Okay, and then as you exhale, come all the way up and over to the right. Good, inhale to the left. And then exhale to the right. Good, and then come all the way back up to neutral and open your eyes. Okay, so lace your fingers back behind you. Okay, and then roll your shoulders back, okay, as best you can. If that's a little too tight for you, just come to the forearms. Okay, and then all we're gonna do is open the chest as we inhale, squeeze back at the rhomboids between the shoulder blades, and then exhale, just gently back off. Okay, inhale, open and squeeze. Good, exhale, release. Good, inhale, open and squeeze. Exhale, release. Beautiful. All right, release that. Shake out the hands a little bit. Okay, and then go ahead and bring your hands to the top of your knees again. Okay, all right, so let's see, from here, it might be easier to bring the feet to the floor. So bring your feet to the floor, just right here. Okay, and then bring the feet completely together if you can. And then if you can wrap your hands around the front of your knees and grab your wrist, grab it. If that feels uncomfortable, you can just come to the front of the shins. Okay, all we're gonna do is lean back, chin to chest, rounding the back and relaxing the shoulders. Okay, so this is called compassion pose. And this is all about just relaxing into the front of the shins and stretching from cervical spine all the way down to lumbar spine and sacral. Good, now inhale, sit up nice and tall, deep breath in. Good, and then exhale, open the knees, soles of the feet together so that you're in Baddha Konasana. So draw the feet back. Okay, then we're just gonna come into a little twist. So left hand's gonna go back behind you. Right hand's gonna go to your left knee. Okay, inhale, sit up tall. Okay, and then as you exhale, just twist and rotate through the shoulders. So we're trying to get left shoulder behind the right as best we can, and then just look over the left shoulder. Okay, so if you can soften and relax through the lower back, you're actually gonna get a little bit more out of it. So try not to be rigid in your twist. You're just spiraling through the upper body, but the lower body is pretty soft. Good, all right, release that, and then just switch over to the other side. Right hand behind, left hand to the knee. Okay, inhale, sit up tall. Good, exhale. Twist through the shoulders, look all the way over the right shoulder, and then also just notice if your shoulders are up by the ears. If they are, just relax them down. Okay, so every time we twist, we're massaging the internal organs, so you want to pay really close attention to the breath so that it carries them back out. Beautiful. All right, release and come all the way back to center. All right, take the feet out to a diamond. Okay, and then extend your arms out here. Nice deep breath. Okay, and then just exhale with a straight spine, reach towards the floor. Good. Nice deep breath, and then out through the nose. Stay right there for me. I'm just going to give you guys blocks. And that way, you have something to reach towards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know what they were for.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So nice deep breath. Okay, and then on the exhale, reach towards, because I want your spine to stay straight. A lot of times people grasp for postures that they're not quite ready for it. So if we round your back for me, you lose it, right? All of the stretch kind of goes away. So if I push my belly button forward, I instantly feel it pulling around my ischial tuberosity, my sits bones. Okay, if I look up just a little bit, that creates length in the spine, and I can keep my back nice and straight. If I want to go down a little bit further, I can walk the blocks forward, and then I just soften my neck. Once I feel like I can come down far enough that I feel the stretch, but I'm not rounding my back, then you just stay right there. So if you can feel it right here in the glutes, perfect. Okay, we're just going to breathe right here. Okay, nice deep breaths. I always like to just close down the eyes. You know, the first part of any kind of meditation in yoga is just a moving meditation. The first part of any meditation is relaxation. And the fastest way to get relaxed is to close your eyes and focus on your breath. Okay? Then you start to notice the places in the body that feel tight and where you're holding tension. Okay? The longer you sit with your eyes closed and breathe, you begin a process called interiorization. Okay, that means that your whole world is now becoming internal. You're blocking all of the external world out. Okay, and then when you get into true meditation, the third step is expansiveness. Okay, you expand from the inside out. Good. Okay, now open your eyes and then just release and come all the way back up. Okay, keep your blocks where they are and straighten your legs all the way out. Okay, so this is a modified version of Paschimottanasana. Okay, so we're gonna zip the legs together and flex the feet. Okay, so yeah, really bring them up. Okay, extend the arms out here like you're holding a ball. Relax the shoulders. Okay, and then imagine that there's a string at the crown of the head lifting you up. So we all have a tendency whenever we just sit to kind of round the back like that, right? So sit up tall, and it can be really uncomfortable at first because we don't use those muscles, right? So if it gets to be a little uncomfortable, just back off. Okay, deep breath in. And then on the exhale, you're gonna reach towards the blocks. Okay, you can place your hands on the blocks if that feels comfortable. You can pull them back if you need to. Yeah. So just wherever you're at with a straight spine. So round the back again. Okay, can you feel how you lose the stretch in the back of the legs? Okay, now sit up tall, lift your chin, push your belly towards the top of your thighs. Okay, and then soften the neck so your gaze is more at your toes. Okay, and you can still really feel the stretch in the back of the body. Yeah, it doesn't take much. Nice deep breaths. Okay, just a couple more breaths. Again, I always encourage you guys to close your eyes. Okay, so that you have this experience, within your own body, and you can really get quiet and notice where you're feeling the stretch. Okay, that's your body's way of saying, pay attention to this area or pay attention to this area. Good. Okay, now release and walk the hands all the way back up. Okay, so kind of walk your hips up just a little bit towards the end of your bolster, and then you're going to bend your left knee, okay, and then just take it to the inside of your thigh and let that knee kind of fall out, but the right leg is going to stay straight. Perfect. Okay, and then you're going to reach towards the bolsters again. So this is called Janu Sirsasana. Janu means knee and Sirsa is head, so we're going in that direction. All right, so extend the arms out again. Make sure that that foot is flexed. Sit up tall like you've got that string. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, pretend I'm pulling you forward with that straight spine. Okay, and then drop your hands to the blocks. Good. And then in this posture, it's really important to try to keep the right rib cage over the right leg and then keep the shoulders square to the floor. So the blocks really help. A lot of times people will kind of lean into it. If you have the blocks and your hands are on the blocks, your shoulders are already square. Okay, so it's a nice prop to have. All right, so really flex that right foot. Good. Okay, if you feel like you could come forward a little more without rounding your spine, you could challenge yourself. Okay, close your eyes down again and just breathe. That left leg is just relaxed. We're focusing more on the right leg and extending through the spine. Beautiful. Okay, now release and come all the way back up. Okay, so the legs are going to stay like this for now. You're going to come into another little twist. So take your left hand to your bolster behind you and take your right hand to your left knee. Okay, keep that right foot flexed. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, rotate, look over the left shoulder. Okay, so you're going to feel this is more of a twist through the thoracic spine. So it can be hard to breathe, so make sure that you take deep belly breaths. Okay, you'll still get a full breath if you'll let your belly come out. If you try to breathe just through the chest and shallow, you will get a deep breath. Okay, so deep breath. Good. Exhale, twist a little deeper, look over the left shoulder. Release and come all the way back to center. Okay, now take the knee that's bent and push it up so that foot is on the floor. Good. Okay. Left hand's going to go back behind you on the cushion. Right arm's going to lift up. Okay, and then you're going to carve down to the outside of that leg. Yep. Do that. Now, if that feels uncomfortable, go around the front. Yep. And you can just take your hand there. Okay. So we're going to, again, sit up tall and rotate the shoulder. Yeah. Look that way. There you go. Yeah, just increasing the twist. Okay, so again, we're stimulating the internal organs. So right now we're right into liver and pancreas, and we're stretching through the right side, but we're condensing through the left side or contracting. So we're stimulating your adrenals and your kidneys. Good. Okay, now release and come back to center. Okay, and then just switch legs. Left leg will come out, right foot will come up, but the knee will come down. Good. Okay. Extend the arms out right here again. Okay. Sit up nice and tall, relax the shoulders. Okay, deep breath in. On the exhale, lean forward, okay, like I'm pulling at the wrists, and then take your hands to your blocks. Okay, and then again, just for sake of noticing where you're at, round the back for a second. Okay, stretch goes away. Okay, and then inhale, lift the chest. Good. Relax the right knee. Good. Shoulders are nice and square to the floor. You can close the eyes and focus on the breath in and out through the nose. Okay, so there should be no crease in the back of the neck. You're nice and long from crown to tail. Beautiful. Okay, come all the way back up. Good. Okay, now right hand's going to go back behind you onto the bolster. Left hand's going to go to the knee. Okay, keep that left foot flexed with the toe up. Inhale, sit up really tall. Exhale, rotate, look over your shoulder. Good, nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. So if you're at home and you don't have the bolsters, you can sit on a pillow or a cushion, right? Okay, another deep breath in. exhale, little twist. Good, and then release and come back to center. Okay, now just take this knee and push it up. Okay. Right hand's gonna go back behind you again. Okay. Inhale the left arm up. This creates some space. Okay, and then you're either gonna carve down and come into your twist, or you're gonna come around the front of the knee and come into your twist. Keep the left foot flexed and the toe up. Good. So this is not only, again, like we're stimulating, like I said, your kidneys, your pancreas, your liver, but you're also opening up behind that left scapula. Okay, we hold a lot of tension behind our shoulder blades, so this is a nice opening. Good. And then release and come all the way back to center. All right, straighten that leg back out for a second. Okay, and then just kind of rock from side to side for a second, and then just shake the legs out. Good. Okay. Blocks are going to go off to the side. Okay, and then you're just going to come off of your bolster. Okay, but I want you to take your bolster back behind you. Nice and long. Okay, and then pull it up to where it's right behind the bum. Good. Okay. So bring your feet into Sukhasana, just Indian style, right? Okay, and then I want you to take your hands back behind you, okay, and then just lower yourself down onto the bolster. So this is going to be our version of a back bend. So see if you can lower all the way down. Is that okay? Does that feel all right? Yeah. Okay. Let the back of your head rest here. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms up. Okay, just a little opening through the chest. Okay, as you breathe, breathe into your kidneys. So what that means is, as you inhale, feel the kidneys in the back pushing into the bolster. The belly's still going to rise and fall as you breathe. Good. Okay, now you're going to stay in the same position, but I want you to bring your feet into Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together. This is going to open up more through the hips. So just bring the soles of the feet together. Beautiful. Okay, and this is going to be your hip opener. Okay, so we're just going to rest right here. I want you to completely relax through the legs. Okay, relaxing through the arms, opening through the chest. Just a couple more breaths. Now, gently draw your knees together. Okay, and then we're just going to come into a little twist from here. So just let both knees fall to the left. Okay, and then inhale, bring them all the way back up to center. Okay, and then exhale to the right. Good. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Beautiful. All right, inhale, come all the way back up, and then extend the legs all the way out. Okay, take your arms down to about a 45-degree angle, and then open your legs up to the width of your mat. Okay, as you get ready for your Shavasana. So, do you guys feel like you could stay in this posture for the whole Shavasana, or is it too much of an arch? Because we can put a block underneath and lift you up a little bit.
No, it's fine.
Feels good? Okay. All right, so stay right there for me. Do you want something behind your head, Craig?
What?
Do you want something behind your neck?
No?
Okay, so go ahead and drop your head back. It feels okay?
Yeah.
Good?
No, I'm gonna put something.
Okay. A little better?
Yeah.
Okay. Craig, you sure you don't want to try to walk behind you? And then when you feel ready, just take your hands back down by your sides. Come to that 45-degree angle with the palms. You want the palms to be up and the arms to be completely relaxed. Okay, so just focusing on the inhale and the exhale. So I want you to imagine a silvery liquid just at the top of your head, right at the crown of the head. Just a liquid here. Okay, is it hard to hear me? Okay, I'll come up closer.
Oh, yeah.
Lay down.
We're sitting up or?
You're laying there. I'm telling you a story. But you have to hear me in order to get anything out. Okay, so imagine a liquid at the crown of your head. Okay, and then I want you to imagine a little bit more associated with the liquid. And I want you to let it flow over the front and back of your head. Is it hard to hear me?
No.
Alright. You want to do a silent shavasana? I might be more distracted than I am helpful.
Well, the strength